Yeah. Welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a terrific, it's Tuesday. Everyone, we are closer to Thanksgiving, okay? It doesn't feel like it to me, okay? It really doesn't. But nevertheless, hey, it's coming, okay? I know y'all, it's a little early. I was up. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and go live a little earlier so that I don't have to rush through what I'm talking about on today. So I wanted to be able to take my time. Make sure y'all tap that like button. Let everyone know we are live. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Honey 5K Gangsta is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis, and thank you for being first in the building. Who do we have here? Who has graced us with his presence? Okay. Hey, Mr. CKB is in the building. Good morning to you. I just commented on one of your IG posts too. Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, my sis, Talks with Tabby is in the building. Girl, you are up early, okay? Good morning, sis. Thank you for joining. Hi, Tanil. Thank you. Is it Tanilia? Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Hey, Aaron. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. Good morning. Lashina is in the building. Hey, a precious one is in the building. Thank you, ladies, for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, y'all. So we are going to talk about a few things on this morning. Okay. Now, after 8 years, y'all, okay, many of us were following the Kenneka Jenkins case back in 2017. I wasn't following it closely, okay, as some people were. Now, let me tell y'all this. Recently, we've been following and seeking justice for Romika, okay? As I look back, because I only saw things surface level when Kenneka Jenkins' case came out, right? Where I was looking at, because I didn't even have a YouTube channel back then, I was looking at the news. And once the news stopped talking about it, I moved on. However, y'all, I did not realize that it was still being talked about on YouTube, on Facebook. Content creators were still diving in deep with this thing. Okay. I didn't even know how all of that worked. I don't even think I was looking at YouTube back then. I think I was strictly on Facebook. Okay. Okay. Right, Tabby. She said yes, and it woke the world up. So, needless to say, y'all, going back and looking at everything that transpired after Kenneka's death, it's almost like deja vu right now with Romika's case. There are some things that I went and I looked at last night, especially an eerie video from Zach TV warning him about the case and why he needed to be quiet and not get to the bottom of what happened. Unfortunately, he even lost his life after covering this case. Now, I don't believe that it was proven that it was a direct connection to it, because Zach TV also covered, he interviewed different gang members and rappers and things like that. And so one gang group, and we'll get into that on another show, because y'all, that's deep in itself what happened to him. But it was so eerie because some of the things that were stated, it's almost like an echo from some of the things we've been saying, is deeper than what we thought in the Romika Meeks case as well. Okay. Tabby said, yes, it's a man that talks about it every day. Yes, I found out, and I was looking at a couple of his videos last night. So I know as we're going through this, that is something I want to highlight as well. Some people became unalive. Yes, girl, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even know any of this. I'm telling y'all, some of this stuff, as I'm looking back and looking into this, some of this I did not know. I'm going to be honest. I know in my members, one of them said that it had gotten very dark. She was watching and following the content creators during that time, and things had gotten very dark surrounding that case. Okay. And so we'll kind of just look at some stuff surface level, because like I said, baby, I ain't even trying to go back and relive some of this stuff. Okay. But there are some things that are pertinent to what we are going to be talking about as we revisit and these old wounds are open. Okay. After 2017, 8 years later, okay, we thought we had heard like all that we were going to hear about Kenneka Jenkins, right? Well, lo and behold, this weekend, y'all, her mother ended up speaking out for the first time since her settlement. Okay. Now she received a settlement. We're gonna get into what prompted all of this. And then by her speaking out, then other people felt that they needed to speak out as well. Okay. So let me pull up the post that kind of sparked no, you know what? Before I go there, I want to do something else. Before I go there, hold on, y'all. Before I go there, I want us to look at a short video providing an overview of what took place with Kenneka Jenkins. Now, this is Viral Access Media, okay? And this is just a part one that gives like a little overview of what took place with her. Now, let me just say that, part of some of these pictures, let me give you warning, trigger warning, graphic image. Okay. It's not too graphic or anything like that. It's just like a little part that he'll show at the beginning or the end. But for those of you who aren't familiar with it, and I'm surprised you wouldn't be because it was everywhere, it kind of gives you an overview of what happened. I think this video can lead us then into our discussion. Tabby said, why now? Come on now. Okay. Girl, they have been on her. Okay. I truly believe she sold her soul to the devil instead of speaking up for her child. Ooh, girl. Hey, Teron, you have just said a whole word. Okay, let's get into this.
Kenneka Jenkins, a young 19-year-old beautiful girl, was found dead in a freezer in a Rosemont 4.5-star hotel, the Crown Plaza. She's seen on multiple cameras stumbling through the hallways. Friends called the mother to tell her Kenneka was missing. The mother informs the hotel that her daughter was missing, but they were reluctant to show her the surveillance to find Kenneka. Hours later, she was found dead in the freezer. She looked as if she was beaten and dragged to death. Clues are left behind. Since the public don't want to help, us as YouTubers has to step up to bring the killers to justice. Now, is it the friends, the hotel employees, or is more deeper than that? And did Kenneka leave any clues on the freezer walls? Let's see. Let's take a look at the last footsteps of Kenneka Jenkins here on the Kenneka Files. Let's get it.
y'all take note, Kenneka is the one on the right side in the back with the kind of ripped jeans. Take note that as she's walking into this hotel, she is alert, looking around, looks like, she's not stumbling or anything. So whatever transpired, okay, on this day, so September 9th, okay, 2017. And it's so eerie also that this took place 8 years ago, around the same time that Romika passed away. Romika was on alive September the 8th. And this took place September the 9th, y'all, kind of leading into September the 10th. So right around that beginning of September, right close in days, 8 years apart. And so I wanted y'all to see that she is walking, very, alert, looking around, and something happened when she got here. Okay.
This is around 1:30 a.m. or so. They are partying. Everything seems good. Everyone's singing along to the music. And as you can see, Kenneka is enjoying herself as well. Let's take a look.
You ain't never seen a white folk. Nigga, you so one of y'all finna get put out. Y'all finna get put out. Y'all get put out. What's up, bro? Nothing like my gun or something. Something nigga hitting something. Nothing like my gun or something. Something nigga hitting something.
The first debunk of this party video is supposed to be a female right there in the back with the white scarf on her head. She's supposed to have been beating up somebody, carrying them over their shoulder into the bathroom. While all of this is going on, the girl right there with the white bandana, see if she's picking somebody up or forcing them into the bathroom. Because at that same time, that's when the manager knocked on the door.
Don't be so loud.
Yeah, it's too late for that. Yep. There go the manager. My car keys, my weed. That ain't no motherfucking manager. Oh, that is a manager. That is a manager.
Some say, why is he pointing that camera in that direction and showing Kenneka? As y'all can see right there, Kenneka is right there with the blue jean suit on. She seems happy. She don't seem drunk. She don't seem inebriated. Okay? But let's continue and see where this goes. Because I'm going to get very detailed here. I might forget some names, might leave certain things out. Not intentional, but still, let's continue.
Big C.
Hey, didn't you say turn the music off, folks? Y'all don't listen, folks.
Jump out.
Don't listen, folks.
Yeah, some people is saying that that's Kenneka right there sitting in the chair. Now, I zoomed all the way in. Look at the color of the shirt of the female that's being sat on. She have on like an orange or red shirt. That is not Kenneka right there. She's not even fighting the girl off that's sitting on top of her. You can tell she's probably had too much to drink. Look at the girl that's sitting on top of her. Look at her. Look at the color of her pants. You look at the color of the person pants that's being sat on. You see her legs right there. It's black. Now, some people are saying that, oh, they changed her clothes. Can't be, because Kenneka is in the room on the other side. But let's continue.
And I always felt that was odd, the way she kept looking like she was up to no good. For one, there's too many people in this one hotel room. And at surface level, I always wondered, like, did someone put something into the drinks and lace certain people's drinks during this party? It's a lot of moving parts in this particular room. And you have people that were going live, okay? They have their faces all on the camera and so forth. So I don't know. That was suspicious too when that girl kept looking over there like she was doing something she wasn't supposed to. I didn't think that was Kenneka either, because the pants, if you look, are different as well.
Jaja, what's up, boy? What's up?
This is Eugenia Walker right here. She was killed in a car crash by this person who looked like Irene, this transgender, a couple of days after Kenneka was killed. And who was she giving water to? I think it's the girl that was being sat on in the corner. Now look at Kenneka right there. Now people are saying that's not Kenneka. They saying somebody's playing her. Now you see why she did like that and try to cover her face is because they didn't want her moms to see her at that party. She just said she was going bowling, and the guy's going live. He's, you know what I mean? This is his live, so she hiding her face.
Yeah.
I am enjoying myself.
I'm telling you. What's up? You riding with me or what? You tripping?
A little suspicion of the party, but as said in the reports, around 2 a.m., Kenneka was seen intoxicated. About around 1 a.m., Kenneka texts her friend Monifa and says she's ready to go. Report says around 2 a.m. is when Kenneka went missing after her and her friends left the room.
Now, right there, when she was standing, and I'm not going to just try to get too deep into this, but just a couple of observations. When she was standing there, she still didn't look like she was to the point that we saw her and we're about to see her in this hallway. Now, if she's texting her friends that she's ready to go, okay, at 1 a.m., what happened in that span of time in between? Because it's a lot of gaps in between the time when she sent a text and her going missing. Okay, so that had always been a question mark in my mind, like, what happened? Okay, something within this little span of time, right? And it wasn't caught on camera, but if she was saying that I'm not drunk and all of, she was able to say that, and what are you talking about? Well, I don't think she was at the stage that they wanted her to be at. So I'm wondering, was something at this point off camera done? Okay, because we wouldn't have seen that part.
Friends returned to the room to only get Kenneka car keys and left Kenneka behind. Once they came back out the room, Kenneka was gone. Let's take a look at what could have happened or what went wrong in her final moments. Let's continue. 3:24 a.m. is where you see Kenneka Jenkins getting off the lower level elevator, which I don't know if she was aware of getting off there or if someone in the control room made her go there. That's all for speculation. Let's be mindful of the time because it's hard to believe she could walk all through the lower conference level for that long and no one managed to see her. I believe she's been watched the majority of the time roaming down there.
And y'all, something that just came to me right quick. Now, like I said, I have not, because I'm going to be honest, y'all. I did not get deep into it at the time. I wasn't a part of like YouTube like that. So this stuff may have already been brought out to people's attentions, researched and everything, because they said Zach TV and some other content creators were getting very deep into this. Okay. From surface level, and some things that I thought about, even with this, is when the friends left, okay, and when they got her keys and so forth. Now she's on this elevator. Did one of them get on the elevator and push, a lower floor? And then when she got off, she's thinking she's at the lobby area. And if she's all out of her mind, she's just walking. She's looking to get to the exit. Okay. And whatever they, now when I looked at one report, it said on the death certificate, alcohol poisoning and a drug used for epilepsy. Now, my mom had epilepsy and she used to take a medicine for that. Now, my thing is that is supposed to correct stuff in the brain, okay? Not intoxicate you and make you all hallucinate and walk and can't stand and things like that. So I was confused with that part, okay? But she walked and walked and walked, and that part always surprised me, like with her being drugged like this and drunk, or if they had given her too much alcohol. And y'all also clock this part. Now, this was back then in 2017, alcohol poisoning, drugs. Fast forward, Shanquella Robinson. What did her friends say? Alcohol poisoning. Y'all remember that? That is what they told when they came to check on her. They told them in Mexico, and that's what was getting out to her family, that she had alcohol poisoning. Okay, that's eerie in itself as well. And her friends also said the same thing, like Tabby said earlier. A lot of these cases is with people around them that they know. You have Romika, you have Shanquella, and you have Kenneka. Okay, these women had people around them that knew what was taking place. Okay, knew what happened. December 04. And welcome everyone that's just coming in. She said, I'll be listening while driving to work. Thank you so much. And welcome to the open book. We appreciate you being here. Brittany said, I think she was drugged. Someone put something in her drink. Someone could have went with her, but her friends didn't go with her. Exactly. Yes. And then they went to get the keys. Well, it took y'all that long to get some keys. And then how come y'all went to get the keys? One person could go get the keys. Everybody had to go get the keys. No, I believe that was strategic as well. Okay, if y'all saw her in that position, because she didn't magically just get in that position when y'all walked away, someone should have stayed there with her, which is one reason why I was suspicious in that as well, when they all left her right there by herself. So then if they hit the lower level for her going all the way to the bottom, okay, those girls were jealous of her. They wanted to humiliate her. Yes, girl. What is up with the jealousy? I mean, the same thing with the Shanquella Robinson. The girls were jealous. She going with them over enjoying a trip. end up unalive. Okay, same thing, alcohol poisoning. Yeah, it's crazy how all of these stories are similar. Yes, the so-called friends were involved. Yes, yep, they were. So that's something to note too. They could have hit the button for her to go down to that level as well.
You will see there's been modifications. Somebody did this on purpose.
And y'all, the hotel was editing the video. That in itself screamed guilty. Okay, that screamed guilty. Now, she was so out of it, she didn't even see those stairs. She had bumped all up into the stairs. Now, the stairs, like he said, would have been her escape from down here because right now she's just walking. But check this out. Look at the time lapse, even from the time that they went to get the keys. You mean to tell me no one was alerted that we can't find Kenneka in hours? No one was alerted. You mean to tell me the police, not the police, the hotel has video footage. Security guards are supposed to be watching these cameras, and all of that time you saw a young lady wandering downstairs, staggering, and nobody thought, let me go down here and see who this is and what she's doing. What kind of security are you? Okay. My thing also is, you mean to tell me is nobody down here from the hotel at this point? At this point, because he is going to show something I had seen before. I'm gonna be honest. I had not seen anyone down here until this clip that he's going to show in that kitchen. To this day, I promise you, I had never seen that footage. This is why when content creators start going into these cases, why it's important, for the simple fact, the news media is not going to show everything, okay? There are some things that just don't sit well with people, and they start looking deeper into it, and it's not what you think. There was actually something else at play. It's deeper than what you think. That lady that Exact TV had an anonymous call from, because I was listening to that video yesterday, those words echoed. I thought about a video I did with Romika's case, y'all. It gave me goosebumps last night. I said the exact same words. I'm telling y'all, I said the exact same words. I said, y'all, this thing is deeper than what we think. And it was like an echo from hearing this. And I had never heard that before from that lady trying to talk to Zach TV. Okay, it was more at play than surface level of this young lady getting, having too much to drink, going to the wrong floor of a hotel, and going into a freezer and dying there. No. It was more at play during this time. Okay. Let's see, December baby, welcome. Wasn't her sister with her at that party? Why didn't her sister protect her? I'm guessing because she wanted something to happen to her, being that she was jealous of her as well, in my opinion. Ooh, see that part. I didn't even know that. And welcome. I didn't even know that. Shout out to Talks with Tabby for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, friends like these folks who need enemies. You better say that again. There's too many stories with supposedly friends and family around you and you ending up unalived. Okay. And welcome. Is she, wait a minute, is she a V? I can't read the name of welcome. She said, I believe the friends unalived her and it was a great opportunity for Selena Gomez's uncle to get her kidney for Selena. You know, I saw that when I was reading something. I did see something about that. I don't know about, how true that was, but I saw that because like I said, I didn't get deep into it, but that was something else that came out. Some people that were related to the hotel manager and things like this. I said, what? Coroner? The coroner was related. I don't know if it was to the manager or security or somebody, but it was some relationships there, okay? Why wasn't the kitchen closed? She was walking through it. Brittany, I've always wondered that too. All these doors unlocked, okay? Hey, Angela, welcome. She said, that's why I don't go to any of those outings with anybody. Yes, okay. Right, Carla. Yes, Angela, these days you can't trust nobody. Right. You got to be careful when you go on these trips, baby. You better you better know who you going with. I don't care if y'all been friends for 3, 4, 5 years, baby. You better know no jealousy has creeped in, no envy has creeped in, because these people will leave you. Okay. Y'all, I'm telling you, I really don't do a lot of girl trips. A lot of the girl trips that I used to go on, even in high school, it was always some drama. It was always some mess. And I don't know why it starts turning out like that. But it's always, and sometimes it wasn't even with me. It was just women would get catty and just unnecessary drama. You go, friend up, you leave, you're mad. Okay. Hey, Mabel, welcome. Hi, Melinda. Thank you for joining. Secure. Yes. All involved, right? Hey, Lachelle's, good morning. Thank you for joining. Okay, let me get back to this because, baby, I'll be up and running my mouth.
We will definitely get to the bottom of this cover-up in part 2, but let's continue.
Hi, Catherine. Wait a second. Hold on. I got to pause this 1 second, y'all. Wait. Hold up, because this might have been found out when I didn't know about it. Okay. Tabby said, I truly believe someone's following her around till she got. Yes, I believe that too, Tabby. Now, wait a minute. Did this come out during the extra research? Because I never knew who the lady was on the phone. Are you serious? I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know where that came from. But, oh, my goodness. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It was some stuff that came out that we didn't even know about. Okay, if you weren't really following it deep on YouTube. Hey, Peace Be Still. Welcome, Brandy. I told Cece yesterday, this is deeper than what we think. Also, something not sitting right with me with her mother nor sister. Okay. Hey, Amy. Welcome. Good morning. Wow. But she's still wandering down there, y'all. Nobody thought to come and find her or check on her. I feel it would have been hidden too. Oh, Angela, I understand.
As you can see, here it shows she took like 7 to 8 minutes to complete her walk to get to the kitchen.
Wow.
When that's absolutely false. This part one is more of a recap to get a fresh look at it again, to work our way up to the current situation now.
She
Now,
did
as she
that.
walks to the freezer, that timestamp says 3:33 a.m. Well, it's about to right now. Once it turns 3:33 a.m., the time jumps to 20:34 military time. I don't know if it's 8:34 p.m. Not good at military time. But that guy,
Look, y'all.
was he really looking at Kenneka walking to the freezer?
Look at this.
I don't know. Somebody has manipulated.
Look at this guy in the corner. Okay, put a one in the chat if you've seen this part of the footage before. Put a one in the chat, because I know I had never seen. I know there were videos going around saying there was people around the corner on this video waiting for her right there, but I've never seen the guy on the right. Put a one in the chat if you have seen this part, and make sure y'all vote in the poll. Oh, I didn't know Bill was her uncle. Okay, so some people have seen that. Okay. You always thought her friends and said, y'all, see, me too, Brittany. I'm with Brittany. I never knew it was another person. What? Where was I at? See, this is how a lot of us have missed it. And this is how a lot of people are missing it with Romika's case, too. They are still stuck that Holly done got out of jail and this thing is over. They don't even know that it's still an ongoing case. Okay? I never saw this man on the right. That would have been one main clue right there that there was someone else down there. Okay, when your gut instinct tell you something is not right, follow it and get out, because you may not have another chance. Exactly, a precious one. Yes. Okay, good morning, Beauty by Greensby. So she's seen it too. See, I haven't seen this part with the guy over to the right. This was my first time when I saw this video. Okay, so you never saw this man? Okay, it's good I'm not the only one. Because I was like, this is new news to me, y'all. I have never seen this man. Never. Okay.
Manipulated the timestamp and has confused us all on purpose. And why they did not secure and lock down
They changed
the kitchen area for evidence. Those cups that's there, duster, the freezer, everything. The police purposely failed to do their job. But let's continue.
Got you, Dollar Bill, Detroit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Ooh, I missed a lot. That's why I told you I missed a lot. Wow. Thank you for doing it.
Let's take a brief recap of how she really got to the freezer. Now, you tell me, did this take 7 minutes? See, we have to retract. We have to start from the beginning to come back up. So for those who may feel some type of way that you already know this, then you're not getting the bigger picture. That's fine. But just pay attention and you do your own calculations. There's no way in hell she got to that kitchen within 7 minutes out of all of the little obstacles she have to go through, especially those narrow ass stairs. Let's continue.
gonna have to check them out as well. My own knowledge. I don't get too much into it, y'all, because I think I've read a lot of people already. She would have had to go through all of this. Right, Brandy. I believe her. A lot of people have said that they have to move on. Another thing, y'all, for her at the level, I've always thought this, the level that she was and how out of it she was. Like, child, you have to figure out how to open this thing, all of that. Like, she was not by herself trying to figure out how to open this, get in there. Like, come on now. Okay. She could have easily just went into one of those doors, if anything. But you mean to tell me in a freezer, you have to open it and all of that? Come on. I agree 100%. Her mother knows, and they paid her money to shut up. She spent that money. Now she's back trying to get paid again. That's awful. And then they had an empty freezer. That was expensive too. A whole hotel.
In the conclusion of part one, Kenneka's death touched many people across the globe and brought fear into many homes and awareness. In her untimely death, we would like to know, was it her friends? Was it the guy in the black hoodie running? Was it Cassandra who been following them the whole damn night? Was it Maya dating the security guard? Did Maya and Monifa tell the guy with the dreads to take Kenneka's phone off the counter? Did Monifa have Kenneka's sneaker in her hand? And lastly, did Teresa Martin and her lawyers are not revealing to the public what the public already knows? You'll be the judge. Find out on part 2 on the Kenneka Files. This is Mike Larry 2010, and I'm tuning out. Loyalty Gang.
So that was a good opening video, okay? Because I am gonna, not today, but we're gonna delve into that part 2. Now, what sparked all of this? Now, after all of this happened, okay, a lot of people, y'all, were following this. Some people had lost their lives, okay. Let's see, I believe Trey Gang too. I watched him a lot on this case. His name has been popping up as well. So I'm gonna tune into some of his videos too. How she get all the come on now, Amy. Right. Okay. When we saw the state of her body, how did she get a missing shoe? And how did her body, even if y'all wanted to say she wandered into this freezer, child, her body would not have been found in that condition just by wandering into a freezer. Okay. So she got all the bruises, scrapes on her body. Okay. In that hotel, her clothes, one sneaker off. Okay. She did not just walk into that freezer. How she gonna beat her own self up? Right. That was all suspect. That was all suspect. Okay, Carla said, I'm praying this case will be solved. You never know. Carla, for such a time as this. See, stuff, I've been saying this, y'all, as we've been talking about the Romika Meeks case. And I said, you know, we're trying to bring awareness to her case as well to get justice for Romika, right? And one thing that I brought up was patience, okay? Because justice is not always the same day, not always the same month, and not always the same year. But God has his way of bringing things full circle until the truth eventually will come out, okay? People get haunted. I'm telling you, their own conscious, things of that sort. Y'all, that stuff ends up happening. They start talking. Let people talk. They'll start telling on themselves. They'll start getting it. It'll start coming out slowly but surely. Things will start coming out. There was definitely a struggle. She was beaten. I think she fought back as much as she could. I agree, Brandy. I agree. Okay. Now, after this, a lot of stuff transpired with the mom, you know, calling off the protest. There was protesting taking place. And then, y'all, the mom ended up getting a settlement. So let me read a little about that part, okay? Bring y'all up to speed to what took place this weekend to open up these old wounds. Okay, now back in 2023, this was not too long ago, almost exactly 2 years ago. This was December 14th, around that time. The family of Kenneka Jenkins, who froze to death after she became locked in a hotel freezer, has agreed to a $10 million legal settlement. Okay. Kenneka Jenkins' mother, Teresa Martin, received about $3.7 million, according to court records. Okay. Other family members received $1.2 million and $1.5 million. Another $3.5 million covered attorney's fees, y'all. Almost half of that went to attorney fees, okay? And then $6,000 covering the cost of Kenneka's funeral. Now, her body was found dead in the walk-in freezer at the Crown Plaza Hotel in suburban Rosemont in September 2017, a day after she attended a party there. And here we go with Cook County. Child, oh, Lord, this gets on my nerves. So Cook County, the state's attorney, people there in Chicago, like, y'all stay failing folks, okay? Y'all stay failing people. And this is so sad. It's the same. We're dealing with this with Romika's case. Okay. The same people investigate her case, investigated Kenneka Jenkins' case. Can y'all believe that? It's like deja vu. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office determined that she died of hypothermia and that her death was accidental. Child by alcohol intoxication and the use of a drug for treating epilepsy and migraines were significant contributing factors in her death, the office said. Surveillance videos released by police showed Jenkins wandering alone through a kitchen area near the freezer at around 3:30 a.m. on the day she disappeared. Teresa Martin filed a lawsuit in December 2018 alleging that the hotel, a security company, and a restaurant at the hotel that rented the freezer were negligent because they didn't secure the freezer or conduct a proper search following Kenneka Jenkins' disappearance. The lawsuit initially sought more than $50 million in damages. So wait, y'all, let me come back over to my screen because I'm not looking at the comments right now. So you mean to tell me they found it for $50 million? She settled for 10. I mean, that's a big gap. Okay. That is a huge gap. Child, you better at least meet me halfway. Okay. And then you got to pay 3.5 million to some lawyers too. Out of 10 million, they got almost half of it. Like, I want y'all to think about that in relation to what she's going to say in this statement that just came out. Okay. Let's see. And that sad part of this case, it can't be open again because of the hush money gag order was in place. Teresa is a devil. Yes, Cook County. Yes, so corrupt and pathetic. Oh, yes, Carla. High rollers. Yep. I can believe that. I can definitely believe that. Michael, turn it down. Let me go back. Okay. So then, according to the lawsuit, friends that Kenneka had attended the party with alerted Teresa at around 4 a.m. that she was missing. Do y'all see, even thinking about that, the gap in time that they even told her mom that she was missing? Child, it took y'all 2-3 hours. I think that would have been, about 3 hours before they actually contacted the mom. Martin contacted the hotel and was told it would review surveillance footage, but Kenneka's body wasn't discovered for more than 21 hours after she was believed to have entered the freezer. Surveillance footage wasn't reviewed until police arrived at the hotel. That was another red flag. I never understood that. How come y'all did not, y'all, the hotel, there's a person missing on your premises. Why did it take the police having to come there before y'all decided to review the footage? Okay. Had the hotel properly monitored the security cameras, Kenneka Jenkins could possibly still be alive. That's what the lawsuit had argued. Okay. She could have possibly still been alive. Let's see. That's why it will never be solved because of the higher ups. Did anybody else hear that the same night Kenneka was unalive, they had a mystery clue game going on at the hotel? Oh, no. I never heard that. I hope the truth comes out, but it's a dangerous situation. Right. So Teresa was at the hotel the whole time? Y'all, I'm telling you, a lot of the deep details I never knew. Oh my gosh. What was she doing there? They had a mystery murder party. Yes, I heard that. I just wish she would have went to the movies with her other friends. Right, Lachelle's. So then, y'all, recently, now, this has sparked a lot of controversy, okay, with Kenneka's mom, Teresa Martin, speaking out. Oh, got it. Okay. But as I was looking at this post, this really wasn't the first time that she's hinted at something. Let's rewind back to 2020, okay, which was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. This was pretty much prior to the lawsuit, okay? Yeah, thank y'all for sharing some tidbits. Those of you in here that's been really following. Y'all probably said, baby, she need to do her homework. I promise, my whole purpose in this, I was starting from right now and her coming out. Because like I said, I was following it up until, the media and so forth. We stopped talking about it because I wasn't on YouTube and things back then. But now, after hearing some of this stuff, I want to go back myself and look at some of these videos. Even if I don't go too deep into it on my own channel, I do want to at least go and get knowledge of what are some things that were found out while these YouTubers and content creators were looking deep into this, okay? Now, prior to the lawsuit, which was in 2023, back in September 9th, 2020, okay, Teresa Martin made this post on her Facebook. She said, "What gets me 100%, y'all told us don't record or have our phones out, that we couldn't touch Kenneka because y'all was going to do fingerprints. And if we did, it would interfere with y'all investigation. Only to find out y'all ain't investigate." Shh. Wait, what? Okay, wait a second. Now, this was 5 years ago, y'all. So what she mean? Okay, girl, since 2017, we were now finding out they wouldn't investigate nothing. Okay, this was prior to the lawsuit. Her winning that lawsuit. Okay. She said, "I'm telling, I was having chest pains with this girl on the live and I had to stop watching." Oh, really? Wow, sis. She was there. The sister, Lenore, the gang members was there. Little Dirk brother was there. Yes, that's what I heard. I did hear that part. Wow. I didn't know. No, her mom wasn't there, but I did hear the sister was. Okay, because y'all, let's not put conflicted information. Good Lord. Okay, we're going to say, make sure we say our disclaimer is scrolling. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and discovered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. So, yes, y'all, she had written this back in 2020, okay? So there was still hints that, hey, some type of investigation wasn't really done the way that she said, we thought that they were doing. Now, let's fast forward to this weekend, okay? This, let me pull it up on my other screen. Okay, this was November 22nd, and she wrote this overnight. See, people be up all 12:23 a.m., baby, with stuff on their mind. Okay, see, you can't sleep. Think about the time, y'all. You mean to tell me you up at midnight because you can't sleep, and this was the post you decided to write, okay? Now, let's go. Let me pull it where I can read it. The big one. Okay, so it says, "To whom this may concern, I still don't know what happened to my child's life, clothes, shoes, cell phone, hair, and the list goes on." What? You mean 8 years later and she still doesn't know what happened to her cell phone? What? However, I have been promised lies, as if once this case is over. She said I was forced to never talk about my child again. Pay attention to the word forced. As you can see, over the years, I wasn't near as vocal as I am today. So after this post, I might be back in court, but I will be getting sued because I was tricked by they will get me answers. Give me her clothes and her cell phone and anything that belongs to her when she died that was on her body. Now, was her cell phone on her body? Because I thought they were looking for the cell phone downstairs. I mean, not downstairs, but her friends and so forth looking for the cell phone. Okay. That was a lie. Once they finished investigation, allegedly people I trusted, they told me that somehow Kay got out the back door. I had never heard about getting out of a back door. I never heard how, which door, could get out, but they never told me how or where. So if that's something that they told her, you mean to tell me she got out of a back door, someone beat her up, did what they did to her body, then brought her back into the hotel, put her into a freezer. They're still making lives every day and night about Kenneka Jenkins been doing the whole. Really? I maybe because it hasn't been in my algorithm. I did not know. She signed an NDA. Yes. The mom has a cell phone. What's she talking about? What's she talking about in this post? Because she's acting like she doesn't have it. Okay? She's acting like she doesn't. What in the world? Okay, so allegedly she's saying they told her that Kenneka got out of a back door, but she never knew how she got out of the back door or which back door. Allegedly, they never told the media. That's why I know the media will lie, allegedly. Well, the media may not just be lying, they may not just know. Okay? There are some things that they just stop talking about. So I can invite any of you to go. I was in pain going through my cancer battles. They forced us, had us in rooms for hours, and would not let us go until we said what they wanted us to say. They made us accept what they wanted to give us. So she's saying allegedly these people took her and her family into rooms for hours. They forced them to go with a certain narrative. And they would not let them go until they complied and said that that's what they were going to go with, basically. I'm literally living without my child, and I'm rising above, staying strong and holding on to hope even without you. P.S. I was made to do a recorded video hours after we were held during one of my child's birthdays. At the same time, I was sitting in a meeting about another child who wasn't even living. I had nothing to give my baby that day, but I knew a surprise was waiting once we left that meeting, before the rain came hard. I've stayed quiet long enough, but at this point, I'm simply speaking my truth, respectfully, clearly, and without naming anyone. Now, let's make Americans great. And try to tell someone with honor, and they told me, just go on, live my life. What? Because I was confused. Okay. I think I was a little confused. She knew what happened. That's why she settled and now wants to get her belongings back after 8 years. Her daughter was unalive. Stop playing, Teresa. You know exactly what happened to your child. It appears as though she does. But she's saying that they forced her to pretty much go with this narrative. Okay. Kenneka did get out, but the security guy brought her back in the hotel. Wow. At the beginning, Teresa said, ain't nobody done anything to my daughter. And I never understood, bless you. I never understood why she thought that. You could look at the state of her body. Okay. You could tell something had happened to her. Bruises. Okay. Come on now. Okay. We could definitely tell that. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. All right. So we could pretty much tell. Now, Beauty by Reese, we say, you cannot force me to do anything when it comes to seeking justice for my deceased child. This whole story smells set up. Kenneka deserved better from her family. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, what you mean? Like, that would have been my whole thing. How are y'all forcing me to do anything, baby? I'm seeking justice, okay, for my child. Now, At the same time, okay, if we think about this thing, and I've seen people bring this point up, if people were losing their lives covering that case and things back then and the people that were involved, okay, did she fear for her life? Did she fear that she had to pretty much comply instead of risking her life? I mean, I'm just wondering, what do y'all think about that? Do you think because she felt that she was forced? See, behind closed doors for some of I've never been in that position. So I can't really say, what I would do if it was your life at stake. Um, and then also this is just points I've seen in the comments. Another comment that was brought up. Now, while we've been talking about the Romika case, another supporter that lives in Chicago has stated this about Romika's case, right? She stated that in Chicago, they don't rearrest. Okay, they barely want to arrest anyone. Okay, and there are various things, even with Zach TV, his people that unalived him, y'all, they're scot-free. Even with camera footage, they didn't get prosecuted. So does she feel that? Let me go ahead and take this money because they're not going to do anything anyways. I'm just putting that out there. Thank you, Saran. Right, Carla. Okay, I've heard. Hold on, y'all. And when it's time to go to school, they don't want to get up. My son's been up every morning early. Now, when school starts, I want him to be with the same energy. Okay. Why would there be a need for an NDA if the hotel are powerful people? Come on now, Amy Clockett. Who would they be covering for? Okay. Zari Wells. And they were best friends. She just died. Was it in June? That was this year. They were best friends. Right. Okay. That's a good point. A lot of the people got unalive, y'all. Even the people that were in Zach TV's car, all dead. When he got shot, all of them dead. And that thing shook me. I was like, what? Wow. Okay. So it was a lot taking place during this time. So I was just curious, y'all's thoughts on this. Did she feel like she had a choice? Because I know, we're seeking for justice and things like that. Would they have done anything anyways? Did they have concrete proof of who really did it? And then the state prosecutors, they're always talking about they have insufficient evidence. No, y'all got lazy cops. Y'all got crooked cops. It's more people involved in certain things. That's why a lot of this stuff goes unsolved. Okay. Okay, who is that? Who is Shamaya? I don't even know who Shamaya is. Y'all be telling me new stuff. Okay, because I'm like, who is that? Right. Yeah, that's what I saw on a boat accident. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's go over after this came out. Then there's another guy. Okay. Okay, this was a friend. Okay, gotcha. That I had not heard of before in my life. Okay. But he was an activist that worked with Teresa Martin on this case named, I think, Jedediah. I hope I'm saying it the right way. So after he saw her post, he decided to make some posts. Okay. Let me pull up his page. Oh, had it open. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to it. I hate when I keep it open. Then when I go back to the screen. Okay, let me pull up and get there. Because they've been going back and forth. Okay. I was like, what is happening? Okay, let me get back to my place. So he was working with her. Okay. Now let me pull it back up. Okay. Okay, so this was a post, y'all. Whoops, trying to expand it to make it bigger. After Teresa made her post, okay, he made a post as well. Okay, so let me read what he stated. He said, yeah, now I'm about to get on that. Teresa Martin is trash. I said, wait a second, this escalated. Now, this didn't escalate quickly. Okay, she is trash. And since she want to be on BS, let's go on and finally tell everyone how much you sold her for. Talking about Kenneka, okay? The real reason you had to remove me is because the money was being messed up in Rosemont. And you made a deal. Uh-oh. He's saying it out of his own mouth. Say or do one more thing out of pocket, and I'm going to release the Teresa Stein files. Okay? You know, like or Teresa Stein files, like the Epstein files. He's saying if she does one more thing out of pocket, he's going to release some stuff. Okay? You could never admit you made me the sacrificial lamb as you search for a way to end it when the truth came close to coming out. This lets me know he knows the truth too. Okay? The truth was almost about to come out. He said, it's cool though. Your daughter will look into hell from heaven for her closure once you arrive. Ooh, you are the one who ultimately betrayed her justice. And I hope you never find peace. And every dollar spent increases your sorrow. Now that's some shit to laugh at. Hell on earth and after judgment. Tell everyone because you striking me again, and I'm going to abort my ethics and tell on you. I promise on my own life, there will be no round two when all I did was what you didn't have the courage to do. Fight for her till the end, regardless of what it cost. Unfortunately, I started to figure it out, and that you couldn't afford. Ooh. Okay, then he shared her Facebook page and some little shade that was thrown at him and all of that. Okay. Then he also stated Teresa didn't have a problem with Lifetime Film, but she did have a problem with all the raw footage coming out. Oh, you better clock that. Now, see, people don't have a problem because, see, you getting a paycheck for Lifetime. Okay, you get he knows what happens. Yes. Hey, Juanita Way, she said his feelings are a little too deep for me. Hey, I can read between the lines. Okay, now you getting a paycheck from Lifetime. Okay, you can edit and leave things out when it comes to Lifetime movies, right? But he's saying that the raw footage, okay, the raw footage of what was really happening, you don't want that to come out. Okay. It took Teresa almost 8 years to get Kenneka Jenkins a headstone. Really? Wow. He fought hard for her. Her mother did cause division and shut him down. He did fight. Wow. Okay. So then he said, I was always with a mic on my shirt and a camera with me. Unseen footage and hot mic go crazy. So he's pretty much saying probably like times she didn't know because he always kept the mic on. He always had his camera. There were probably things that she said that she didn't know was being recorded. He says John still hasn't released any of it, but she really don't want to play no more games with me, with my name. Teresa, it was on in the car and in the ambulance. FYI, I'm just saying. I officially hold contempt in my heart for your comments and online acts today. Wait a second, y'all. What was taking place in the ambulance? Okay, I want to know what was said in the car. What did she say in the ambulance? Okay, so then he said, I'm drinking, I'll admit, but I can't believe this fucking lady intentionally would reinforce lies she knows aren't true when that wasn't a condition of her selling out her own seed. I protected this witch all these years, even when I found out what she actually was doing. Y'all, that piques my interest, okay? That piques, because, baby, I want to know. What was she doing? He says, no more. Teresa, I'm about to tell on your ass. You gave up justice for temporary pleasure. You're an effing demon. And I tried to just let God handle it, but I'm going to ask him to use me. Uh-oh. The hotel people shut him down. Well, I can believe that. They didn't want that truth to come out. I'm telling you, something never sat right with me with Teresa. There's BS on both sides. Peep the play. Uh-oh. I guess the ambulance, I don't know. When they took her, did they take her body out? Because it seemed like it would be the coroner, but he's saying something about an ambulance. Now, I don't know if it's something she got sick or something. An ambulance, he didn't specify. But he did say it to the point she would know. She would know which ambulance and she would know which car that she was saying some stuff. And he must have had it recorded somewhere. He probably has a whole file of recordings from when all of this was going on and some things that were being said. Okay? That's what it appears to be. So then he said, that lady didn't deserve us. I'm comforted in knowing she don't have us anymore. What's RS, y'all? I don't know what RS is. Even those not with me no more know not to F with that wicked. Oh, he called her a cockroach. Okay. And then he was trying to enjoy his friend's giving party. Okay, this was all taking place that day, but he said something else. Let's see. Okay, then the next day, he said, it's time to go down memory lane in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Go to YouTube and look up, okay, his channel. Then it's time I start talking about this case again, okay? It was another video I wanted to show y'all. Okay, let me show y'all this. So then, y'all, Teresa had shared a post that she thought he was trying to threaten her. And then she said, please, sir, because to me, seems like she gaslights a lot, like she trying to be funny. And but she trying to use God to cover up some stuff when you trying to be shady. She said, please, sir, forgive me. This is indirectly telling me you're going to kill me, allegedly, or have me killed. And then she shared what he has said. He said, okay, weird ass lady, you are still testing my resolve like I'm supposed to fold because you tossed out that weak fake apology. Miss me with that. You know, well, I am not threatening you or talking about harming anybody. And you hide behind that lie because you have nothing else left. Let's see. Let us go back. I came to you and told you straight up there was no evidence that her friends set her up. And you looked me in my face and said you knew that already. Uh-oh. So he's saying that he told her that there was no evidence that her friends had set her up. But then allegedly, Teresa was like, I already know that. Well, this shows you also she knows what happened. Okay. Let me repeat. You knew it. Yet you still sat there and let the public chew on that story like it was true. You let that narrative grow because it benefited you while hugging and talking to them with sweet words in private, diabolical. Since you knew the organ harvesting talk was circulating heavy back then, let me ask you directly before we get to receipts. Did you actually honor her wishes about donating them? Or did you allow that in your deal to reinforce the lies to keep people captivated? 1 minute you said she had no organs and then said she did. Tell the people the conclusion of your autopsy and your decisions after. So wait, you mean to tell me she had access to all the proof, okay? But allowing the public to still try to fight for justice for Kenneka? But she already knew the truth behind the scenes. People up here losing their lives. She had the autopsy report. She was responsible for making decisions. I used to think maybe you were off your meds or confused, letting the world debate the innocence of her friends when you already knew the truth. I wanted to say something but didn't because I was lost on what was happening. But now I see clearly, 8 years later, it was never confusion. It was convenience. Ooh, you abandoned justice and your agenda became attention, status, and money. That is who you are. And no matter what mask you try to wear, you will always be trash at rags to me. In the spirit world, Kenneka sees it too. She sees her real betrayer was the woman who could not even squeeze out a single tear while talking about her fresh transition. You did not run out of tears. You barely have a soul to produce any. Demon. I am giving you no more chances. Keep playing, and I'm going to keep sharing. That footage going to be a true MFer, and you know it. Stop playing in my damn face. I promise. I'm about to pull every piece of footage, every detail, every moment, and drop it right into the hands of the Facebook detectives. And when they start tearing it apart, you will not get to twist the story or paint yourself as anything other than what you have shown yourself to be. You will have to face it, Snake, but God. F peace when you orchestrated war with the best fighter you had on your squad. Mic drop. Okay, because child, look, after that post, I would have been nervous. Okay, right, Lachelle's. Hey, mama. Right. Okay. Oh, that's what it means. Thank you so much, Lachelle's child. I didn't even know. Thank you, Tanya. Lil Durk has Kenneka Jenkins in one of his videos. Oh, really? Selena Gomez's old boyfriend made a video about Kenneka Jenkins. Oh, I'm gonna look that up. I may not play it today, but this gives me some stuff to look up so I can share with those that are out of the loop like me. Oh my gosh, because child, I didn't know that. Okay, that's what she done. Sold Kenneka Jenkins organs. Her thymus was missing. Oh, justice is all that should have mattered. If she would have done the right thing when this took place years ago, then she would not have to worry about all this backlash. Hush money was her priority. Yes. Wow, kidneys. Oh my gosh. Freddie said, open book, I lost respect for her mother in the beginning, and I believe KJ was set up. That's a big hotel and very expensive. I believe so too. I've always felt that. I always felt that. Yes, definitely. Okay, just trifling. Yes, girl. Honey 5K said, I knew this woman had a lot of shit with her. Yes. Okay, Brittany, girl. Okay, money is the root of evil. Look what she did for money. Teresa had her sister looking out, and Jay Money, her brother, her and the hotel owners. Like, how do you sell out your own child? Oh my gosh, that's a shame that her mom knew what happened to her own daughter. What if this lady is intuitive, and when you are emotional, you know, but don't know for sure? They are talking about a stressful time for her. Yeah, it was. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so, oh my gosh, that is crazy. Okay. So that was one of the posts after. Okay. Hey, Dr. Elise. That's why she was in the freezer. Thank you. Because Dr. Elise, I don't know if you were in here earlier. One thing that I pointed out, think about this, y'all. That is a huge hotel. Okay. They have events there. They have to feed the people. Why is it that this baby was in a well, in a freezer, but where was all of the food and things? Why is there an empty freezer at a whole hotel with a restaurant? It was another video that he did, y'all, that I want to show here first. Let's see, where is it? Okay.
Find it. Give me a second. I'm gonna give you guys a few more seconds because I'm also giving myself a second because I don't know what the hell is in the air. I don't know what's in the air. And I don't think that I have to respond to everything. And you know, the crazy part is unfortunately, I don't respond to everything. But there are some things that it's just simply not in me to ignore. Why every time you do something in the city, you end up fighting and arguing with everyone afterwards? Well, because I'm a truth teller. That is absolutely not true. It may be your perspective, and because I haven't started, I'm answering you. But when you are a person who tells the truth, I don't, I'm not a fake nice kind of guy. I don't encourage or play with bullshitters or bullshit. And because typically I go the distance that most people won't go, and because I'm blessed by it, people love to start drama as well as people hate for the truth to be told. And if you as a person don't understand that, then you missing it because this world likes to be lied to. I don't like to lie to it because this world is not my end goal and or destination. One thing you can't say is that if I argue or fuss or any of that, you can't say I'm lying. And you sure as hell ain't gonna be able to show no receipt of somebody doing or saying something against me where I was the person that was actually bogus. I'm glad I cleared it up for you. Now you ready for the next one? Because I got more truth to tell. Perception is a reality, but when you don't pay attention or you only look at snippets, yours is going to be skewed every time. But I ain't the one nor the two, because I've been around and doing this for so damn long. I'm conditioned for the bullshit. Y'all, they fucked up. They should have put me in office when I ran the first 2 times. There'll be a whole lot more people mad, but there'll be a whole lot of results being achieved as well. All right.
Okay, so Freddie just put in the comments, she said, open book, allegedly the freezer was warm. Go back and look at the videos. The mother sold her daughter for money instead of justice. So, wow. Now, even in that statement, without me even looking back at the videos, because I am going to, but y'all, that would mean that, think about the death certificate. That would also show multiple parties were involved, because if there was a warm freezer, how would she have hypothermia on her death certificate? Okay. Like, really think about that. That means multiple people would have been involved. And why would you have a warm freezer? That's weird. Oh, they were remodeling. Okay. Thank you, Andrea, for bringing that up. But we got hypothermia on a death certificate. He knows Teresa. He the one that gave all the YouTubers the information. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Wow.
Now I'm finna get into the pieces, and then I'm going to let me say this. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in the air. It's been a very tumultuous couple of days. Might be on the brink of some good happening in my life, because why now and why all of these things are popping up, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing for sure: big dig energy still intact, and so far I'm still standing. Let me tell y'all what's going on with me. Y'all might have seen yesterday, I had the issue with Dreadhead Cowboy. Well, that has been resolved as it relates to him apologizing, me accepting it. I didn't get up this today to find out he done went to a community event that my mother was at. They had a conversation, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, this is crazy. And this is the stuff that I'm talking about. This is why people think Christians are weird pussies, because my mother saw the things that he said about me, the things that were going on, and she now on the thing talking about don't be in drama. He's a good guy. He blessed the people today. In other words, my mama, after this man then called me names, said he wanted to whoop my ass, had me spend my money to buy a ticket to fly all the way back home to Chicago so that we could see who gonna whoop each other ass. Now my mama said, move on. And I'm like,
hey, Ebony
damn.
Rose, welcome.
So I'm looking at this, and it's not comfortable, but that's the life that we're living. And I'm challenged as it relates to, how to process all of this. Trusting God is not an easy thing to do. The second thing happened. Y'all saw me on that live stream yesterday. After that live stream yesterday, I got off of the live stream to get out of my car to feed some people who would ask me to feed them. Do you all know? And I didn't make a spectacle of it on issue. This motherfucker turned around and pulled a gun on me at the gas station, a well-lit gas station with cameras, when I got out of my truck, because they had asked for something to eat. He clearly looked homeless. When I got out the truck to get this man, he said some chicken. When I was getting ready to go in there, this motherfucker pulled a gun out on me. So I'm standing there. I'm gonna get to what I got to talk about, but I'm sharing this. I know God up to something for me. So I'm standing there, and I'm like, the first thing I said, I know you fucking lying. And then I said to him, I have no cash on me. Either I'm gonna die or we both gonna die. My cards are locked in my phone, so you're not gonna get anything. So do you want to put that shit up and have a good day? Or do you want to make a mistake and end up destroying the rest of your life? And I literally got to, as you can see, over the years, I wasn't near as vocal as I am today. So after this post,
so
I might be back in court, but I will be getting sued because I was tricked by they will get me answers, give me her clothes and her cell phone. and anything that belongs to her when she died that was on her body. That was a lie. Once they finished the investigation, allegedly people I trusted, they told me that somehow Kay got out the back door. I never heard how, which door could get out, but they never told me how or where. Allegedly, they never told the media. That's why I know that the media will lie, allegedly. So I can invite any of you to go. I was in pain, going through my cancer battles. They forced us, had us in rooms for hours, and would not let us go until we said what they wanted us to say. They made us accept what they wanted to give us. I'm literally living without my child, and I'm rising above, staying strong, and holding on to hope even without you. P.S. I was made to do a recording of a video hours after we were held during one of my child's birthdays. At the same time, I was sitting in a meeting about another child who wasn't even living. I had nothing to give my baby that day, but I knew a surprise was waiting once I left that meeting. Before the rain came hard, I've stayed quiet long enough. But at this point, I'm simply speaking my truth, respectfully, clearly, and without naming anyone. Now let's make America's great and try to tell someone with honor. And they told me, just go on, live my life. Peace be still. So that's what Teresa Martin wrote on her Facebook page, and you all probably saw it. And then about 15 hours ago, it's 606 comments on there, 1.6 thousand shares on this particular
Thank you
post.
for joining, sis.
I went on her post. Me, Jedediah, went on her post. Now, let me preface this before I start talking about what I want to talk about. And I'm ready for all the attacks, but I put it in my status because I meant what I said. I fought the whole internet. I'm still standing. There's not going to be a second round of this. There will not be a second round of this. And as a matter of fact, I ain't even coming on here to fight because what's understood need not be explained. This is what I'm going to say, though. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I got the right stuff.
I said, thank you. Good morning,
So I went on
Shirley.
Teresa Martin post. It's probably still there, but just in case it's not, I'm going to show you it and then I'm going to read it. This is my response on Teresa Martin's post. I said, so are you ready to right all wrongs and get this back on track for real? I still believe God, no matter what has happened. And even though I left with a ton of hurt and disappointment, I'm still down. No one is as able is as willing as me. But I will only if all wrongs are intended to be made right. I've evolved and now have a solid investigative advocacy army due to the days I fought for this case. I'm totally open for a meeting because I'm not under no order to not speak. Just been waiting on God and y'all. I still remember everything. And now I am equipped to see past the surface things. What the hell else I wrote? Because I don't even, see past the surface things. I'm equipped to see past the surface things. I have to speak frankly as I believe. God will honor your fight for your child, but you must be willing to be upfront about the damage done to other people's children while they fought for yours. You now know several truths, but are you willing to tell them all to move things ahead? I can guarantee one thing. If it's recovered, it will be concluded in the interest of justice. That's what I wrote on Teresa's Martin page. Now, let me preface this because that's what I meant to do. Y'all, I forgot to do that. Let me preface this. Number one, life happens. Life happens to all kind of people. I've been an advocate for so long, so my mind is a little different. Life happens to everybody. Life happens to good people. Life happens to shitty people. But get this, what I've discovered about trauma don't always change people. Sometimes it reveals them. And so it's a hard thing because you.
Now, y'all, let me ask y'all this right quick. For those of you who are following Romika Meek's case, do y'all think that it would help in her case to have an advocate or a voice of influence in this fight for justice for her case? You know, I mean, I'm not sure how much it helped with Kenneka's case because, I mean, no one has been arrested yet, but there was a strong voice and presence, you know, during that fight for justice. And her mom is the one that stopped it. Okay. Hey, Dreamy girl. Hey, sis. Her mom admitted to telling them to stop protesting. Okay. But with Romika's case, we have, you know, the content creators who are bringing awareness to it. We have some of her family and friends still doing protests, but it's not a big, you know, presence because a lot of the media is not talking about it. Once Holly got out of jail with that case, a lot of them have moved on. Okay, so some of y'all are saying yes. Okay, Ebony Rose said yes, definitely. Okay. Yes, I think she does. Her family needs to get a private investigator. Right. I definitely believe the private investigator would be a benefit to them. Okay. So yes, it would help because it seems like his voice was big back then. I mean, like I said, I had quit following it because I didn't know about the YouTube world back then. But seems like he knew a lot.
Often want to run to address people's trauma, their pain, their anguish, and their anxiety. But you better be careful that you pay attention to who is going through and how they're moving when you addressing people's pain and their trauma. Okay, church? Y'all better listen to me. Been an advocate for 2 decades. I've learned that the hard way. And so after what I done been through, after being drugged through the mud, lied on, scandalized, defamed, mistreated, my stuff broken apart, people trying to take me up out of here, people showing up at my shit, and I'm talking about for years. For years. I literally still came on here and said, okay, so you saying you want to get this done, let's do it. But we got to do it. We got to tell all the truths, and we got to fix everything for everybody. Now, let me pause again, because I'm feeling into it, but I got to pause again. My mother almost died while I was up fighting for Kenneka Jenkins. We talked about this several times. My mother, the next day, after almost losing her life, told me, go finish and do what you believe in. Okay. I carry that. I'm going to always carry that. And I'm always be grateful that she is still here, right? But it could have been different. We was up there every day, all day. I'm going to tell y'all about something else that I learned in my time of advocacy. I'm still prefacing it because I just need to be very clear here. People going to still say what they say and do what they do. But let's be clear here. One of the things that people talked about is clout. And another thing people talked about is money. Let me help y'all black asses about something that I learned about people who want justice. They don't give a damn about being seen or who being seen if it's going to lead.
Suburban Girl, who are you referring to? Can you, on what platform? Because I don't see it on Facebook. But hi, Deanne. Something, let's take a commercial break right quick, y'all. Because I noticed that her mom is a little petty. Have y'all picked up on that? Well, while I was looking to see, Suburban Girl said that there was a live. She just did a post 10 minutes ago. And she said, here y'all go with the FU sign and laughing. Hey, yeah, I think they want me to tell y'all about how they're blowing up my Cash App requesting money. But remember, When I didn't have no money, I put my life out here. I don't owe y'all squat. I gave y'all Kenneka. How much cash y'all made off us today already? What? She said, I gave y'all Kenneka. How much cash y'all made off us today already? So who's blowing up her Cash App requesting money? What? Oh my God. Oh, y'all. I see what y'all talking about. I've only really tapped into this lady sisters weekend like this. And yes, okay. Ooh. Now wait, where is the live that you were referring to, Suburban Girl? I was looking for that one too. Oh my goodness. Not that she said I gave y'all Kenneka. How much money y'all made off of us already? Oh my gosh. A basketball player said people sign NDAs all the time. I don't know what he means by saying that. Not, okay, I get that when you're famous, yeah, but not in a case where a child has been unalived. I get, famous people have people signing NDAs. Okay, he's not lying. The ones protesting went to jail were talked about. It was terrible. He stood up. Wow. Hey, Frey, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. Yes, girl. Hold on, Justice. Now you see what I mean. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it did pop up. Let me refresh, but I'm gonna let his play, and I'm gonna look for that. Welcome everyone coming in. Hey, T.
Getting justice. I know that for a fact. The next thing that I know for a fact is that people be so desperate and so serious to get what they need to get done that they don't care what they got to do or what they got to give. They gonna give it. So what am I telling the class today? Clout and money ain't the concern of somebody who want real justice. All right. Now y'all want to keep on going on because I'm just prefacing it. I learned that. As a matter of fact, I submit to the room that if somebody is going to go the distance that I cannot go, or go the distance to the point that they put themselves in jeopardy, or they're going to go the distance of doing this shit every day, all day, and most jobs is about an hour, I don't give a damn what they get. Let it be done. All right, so I think we understand it. However, one thing I also learned about being a Black advocate is that Black people, for some reason, got a problem when you show up and it look like you benefit. We got to fix that. I'm done with the preface, and now let me get on this post. So after all that I done been through with this case, I still say to this mother, with all that I know, things that I ain't never said, things that I felt, things that I've endured, I say, all right, you want to get this, you're claiming you want to get this resolved. And you are now putting honor on me, but you can't do it publicly. Okay, I got it. Understood. Whatever. Moving forward. You carry these things and you hold these things. She's trying to get somebody helping her get on. After literally fighting like hell, and people talking about you just want to be seen and you just want to be credited. Do you know what it felt like to walk through the house of hope after leading thousands of people, turning it from a news report to a movement, and being so dishonored that when you go up there to view the young, to be at the funeral, everybody whispering, pointing at you, looking at you snarkily, all that negativity. And then you gotta go sit in the nosebleed section, carrying all that weight, while some guy who literally, in my opinion, plotted to be a part of the coup against you got to articulate at a service, and in my opinion, didn't even deliver well. All right. So I'm going to keep on going forward. And then so much not knowing how to handle all of the people involved, all of the stuff involved, it literally terrorizes and destroys a team that was built that could have done amazing things if people didn't have ego and all this other stuff going on, including me. Now that I've prefaced it fully, let me finish. And you mean to tell me that after all this time, the only thing I'm going to say to you when you claim that you want to get this done right is that if you're willing to fix everything that was wrong, let's get you the answers and the justice you deserve. Let's do it. And why? Because I believe in God. Meaning to this day, years later, I'm still praying that I don't have to lift up my eyes in heaven or hell, and I didn't, in an earthly experience, get to see the conclusion of the Justice for Kenneka Jenkins movement. And I want y'all to understand that that is her mother. She deserves every bit of clothing that she's qualified and asking for. But this became a national pain, and everybody deserves answers, especially because guess what? We've all invested something. You like me or not, the truth is the truth, and it is what it is. Here is the response. And it's cool. With all due respect, sir, no. Damn! I had to do the matrix on that motherfucker, and I let that hit my heart. With all due respect, no. All right, you the mama. And that's why I wrote on my status. You just went on ahead and reopened a sealed wound, a healed wound. But thank you for allowing me to see it ain't no infection in it, Teresa, because I ain't even mad at you. I ain't mad at you. It's cool. You are entitled to your opinion and do what you want to do. But I'm going to tell you something with my chest. All of the people who conspired against me to get me moved, when I moved, they couldn't even motivate it to last a month later. They couldn't get the people reignited when you was giving them permission to move forward because they were not anointed for this. Ain't nobody get locked up. I ain't been in no jail. What is y'all talking about? And so we literally had a beautiful movement that inspired the world. To this day, I don't do direct trauma advocacy. And I got all these people from this young lady, Ramika, asking me to get involved. I'm apprehensive. Thank you, Teresa Martin. Because if y'all paid attention for all of the liars, oh, he just avalanche chasing, looking for clout and looking for this. Look at how many families in Chicago have been asking people to help them with missing kids. People been shot. People been going through all kinds of domestic.
So it appears as though someone did reach out to him to see if he would help with Ramika's case. But he's saying that due to how this went with Kenneka's case, he's a little hesitant on taking on another big case like it. Because, y'all, it is a lot of similarities as far as the inner workings of these things, okay? Not how it happened, how they lost their lives, but is deeper than what we think, okay? Teresa is shady and is moving very snakish. Could it be guilt eating at her soul? I believe that's some of it, but I also believe that she's looking for some money, in my opinion.
Violence issues, all kinds of shit. Who don't you see? Jedediah, because I don't got time for it. I will never invest my life like that again, only to end up with what I've ended up. Teresa, you did that. You did that, mama. And so for the people who thought that that's what I needed to survive, then ask yourself a question. Have I been surviving? Because I ain't been doing it. Oh, okay. We'll move forward. Niggas gonna be niggas regardless. So the crazy part was I got it. Damn, Teresa, you said no. It is what it is. But then what she do? She doubled down on it. No, Jedediah, no. Look, Jesus help me. I said, all right now. Now, Teresa, I ain't done. Like the Lord ain't done with me yet either now. Now, I heard you the first time. Good. You said no. That's cool. So after the second one, I went on ahead and responded. All right, Teresa. Of course. Yes, Jesus help. God bless. I'll never offer again. Even though you've seen me after and said very different words. The truth is a gift of liberation only to those who will tell it. All right. So you got to be careful, right? Because she is the mother. Anybody that says she is not grieving, you wrong for saying that. Because I'll tell you this, you never get over grieving your children. It never changes. If you ever loved a child close like that, you'll never get over the grief. She grieving. But here is the thing, and I'm saying this out of my heart. You're not going to be able to find rest in no money when your soul is wicked. Okay. You're not going to be able to lay down and have the peace and you not going to get the prayer answered while you sit up there destroying prayers. You can't get prayers answered and destroy prayers at the same time. That's what the Bible says. You reap what you sow. There's a seed time, there's a harvest time. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you unforgiven, he don't hear your prayers. If you mishandle people, God gonna deal with you. This is what the Bible says. So you can pray all you want to, but if you're willing to cause somebody to suffer on the other end of trying to find relief, baby, back. You're going to have all the money in the world, but you ain't never going to find no peace. And I'll tell you this, my conscience and my soul is clear, and all of the attacks, the labels, and the lies, ain't none of them work because I'm still standing. Now I'm going to move forward with it, because how did we get to the point where now Jedediah got to get online and speak to Teresa Martin? I was good with it at that. So then here you go with this demon of a person, Melissa Crawley. This woman is mad because I'm exposing the liar in her city and the lies of her city that have caused them to be in a perpetual state of poverty, Harvey, Illinois. This is why this demon is here. If y'all want to know, because this Jedediah. I don't have to sensationalize or make up rumors or do anything like that just to do it. I don't do this shit for entertainment or shock value, but I heard I'm quite entertaining at times. But this is this demon right here. That's her. This the demon right there. You see my face? Do you see the demon? We see the difference. Do you see my face? Do you see the demon? So there's a whole video.
With the picture.
There's a whole video. This woman has done all kinds of things.
Wow.
Just a fool, the foolish of the fools. Ain't moving nothing. She gonna be stuck where she at for the rest of her life. So this is what happens. She writes on that post, because they follow me everywhere I go, trying to put out a narrative and a spin. If y'all want to know why does this keep happening, okay, before I even say that, y'all want to know why does this keep happening? Why are you always into stuff? Why is things always going on? Because I still haven't given up on y'all. And I'm still trying to do what I was purposed to do. And that is to live my life in a thankless service and take all of the abuse that God will allow me to take so that I will do what he called me to do. You don't stand up for injustices with people who don't need you to stand up for them. Guess what? Hurt people hurt people. So if y'all hurt before I get there, I've come to learn you ain't gonna do nothing but be able to hurt me. I'm not looking for y'all to get me to where I need to go. God's been doing that. Got it. So now let's go back to it. So she writes on the post, I ain't gave up on y'all yet. I ain't done it yet. So you wasn't wrong. And we see the snakes who gathered around you and are now trying to rewrite history. Now here's where our part come in. Specifically, Jedediah Brown, the snake grifter in chief, has been continuous using tragedies in our communities to enrich himself. I love you and will always keep you in my prayers. Now that is where the problem is. No lies detected. Now, Teresa Martin, that is when this changed. That moment right there. Did you just say on that woman's post, as a response on your post, no lies detected? Now, I'm going to give you to be a grieving mother. But this is what I'm not going to give you. You are not, because now people are in my inbox saying all manner of shit to me. And you not getting a second round on my name, on my credibility, on my life, on my work. You're not going to hurt me no more. And I curse the day that I ever allowed you to think that I could respect you and see you as a mother figure. And I'm going to now say some stuff that I didn't say, but I ain't going to say it all. And this is what I want the public to understand, because I've carried this. There's never been any proof of the accusation of me taking any bribe or any money from a hotel. But I want to tell you now that I've learned how to investigate that there was a payout from the hotel. And if the facts show that it wasn't Jedediah, then I need y'all to ask yourself one specific question. Then who got the payout? And I am not talking about by means of a settlement. But when you run your fucking mouth and you keep on playing games, eventually God will allow for you to have a table prepared before you in the presence of your enemy. And I ain't never said nothing that I'm not ready to prove. So what I'm gonna say now to you, Miss Martin, because I'm assuming and I'm pretty sure you know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna say this to you. I dare you, like Melissa, like Vivian, I want you to get up there and say you don't know what I'm talking about. Because I now understand why it was so important to get rid of the people that was actually you. What can a person be doing if you see them all day, every day, fighting in front on the front line and telling you everything? Oh, I gave you a pass when you lied to me in my face when I was sitting in the car right next to you. When you told me that the church was not giving you the space. They were giving you the space. But when I went online and blew it up, your lie was about to be uncovered, but we went on here and kept it quiet so that you can get the space you wanted. You got it. Now, what I'm going to say to you, that there's a lot of lies detected, but it ain't mine. And this is what I'm going to tell you.
Ooh, woo. Wait a second. It taking me too fast. He said there was a payout, and I'm not talking about the settlement. Uh-oh. So was there other money? I'm reading between the lines that she received outside of the payout. Also, if he's saying that she received the funeral space, allegedly, was some things provided for free, but then notice when all of the money was outlined in the settlement, it said $6,000 were given for funeral costs. Could there have possibly been a kickback? Those of you in business know what I'm talking about with kickbacks, okay? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, okay? So I'm just curious to know. Now, Miss Juanita, yes, she, like he said earlier, that he has respect in regards to her as a grieving mother. However, she has recently come out talking about she pretty much was forced, and had this NDA or gag order to sell her daughter. Okay. I mean, when you put it into, layman's terms, I mean, it's exactly what she did. And still posting about it today. I'm going to show y'all some of the posts that she's making today. That's diabolical, that part. Okay. But I think he did give her the respect as a mother. He's speaking on a grieving mother, the lies, the part that a lot of people were invested in this case have lost their lives while she knows the truth and was out here allowing people to go with narratives and not giving the truth. That's the part we have a problem with. That's for any one of these cases. If you know the truth, how dare you allow people to come on this internet trying to seek justice for your friend, your loved one, and you not tell them the truth? People were losing their lives, content creators losing their lives, their families getting talked about, people out there protesting, going to jail. And you know the truth? That's a whole problem. That's a whole problem. Okay, that's the part he's addressing. That's not fair. Okay, and then if you're getting a payout and things like that from the hotel, and then gonna go and take them to good morning, Queen Shailene, take them to court, and then get settlement money on top of that to be quiet about the truth for your child, I have a whole problem with that. Okay, the hotel has said they would pay for the funeral, and I remember her lying on the first church floor. Okay. Teresa needs more money. That's moved dishonestly, that's diabolical. Yes, that's not right, in my opinion, to be moving like that.
You can stop playing the damn game at this point. You get the grieving mother points, but you not gonna motherfucking play with my name anymore. Nobody gets permission to do that. And what I mean by that, Teresa Martin, is ain't nobody made you sit in no fucking room for no fucking hour. I was making you have to sign no document to give over the fight for your goddamn child. Let me calm myself down. Y'all give me a couple seconds. God gotta help me because I feel like I'm gonna put too much outside. So let me be quiet and say this.
I think it was
Really, really, really cool and cultivated. Y'all gotta give me a second. Y'all gotta give me a second. When you wanted to say no lies detected, when you want the reason why, oh Jesus. All right. All right. You don't, I think I got, oh my God. My intent today is to be clear. No more playing with me. Not on this. I did a good job. I did the best I could. I gave it everything that I had. And we raise money because it takes money to do this and to sustain it. I deserve to be blessed
I
by
remember that, Barbara.
wage for this child and this family. I never expected for them to do it. But on top of that, the videos speak for themselves. Jail support, buses, feeding people, housing people, including my own home, trying to get down to the bottom of the truth, fighting the system, sending people in and out of the hotels. We did the best we can do, and we were only fucking kids. We had to make sure that we tried to keep people focused because everybody wanted to be the goddamn leader. And I took enough hits for you and your goddamn family. Everything you did and said was cool until you act like you want to perpetuate a lie that you know damn well was not true. And I am the one who asked you if it was okay to open up what we call the Freedom Fund. You said yes. You knew it wasn't your fucking money. You knew it was for the protesters. And you also clearly know that niggas gonna get all up in an uproar when they see money happening, because that's what dummies do. Not kings and queens. When kings and queens see movement, they say, let me give them more. Who wouldn't want to make sure that somebody who's keeping this alive got more than enough? Y'all got whole motherfucking millionaires that won't do shit for y'all. But the moment somebody doing something for you, they are only doing it because they're trying to get rich. But are they doing it? So even if you think that that's the goal, motherfucker, give them what they need so that they can keep doing it. Y'all don't even make sense to yourself when you sit down and think about it. But lies, no lies detected. It is some lies detected, and you telling them. And there's an advocate. Don't act like now you better the whole time to the public. I say to you, and I am not lying, I've kept to maintain contact with people that are connected to this woman. And this is what they've always told me. Jedediah, wait until the court is resolved. We're going to release all of the findings. And the day will come where the truth can be told about you. And I said that after all that waiting. And then I'm looking up and I get a response from somebody that's a dear friend of mine to say that Miss Martin does not want things to be put into the public. Huh? A part of this is that she don't want certain things put in the public. Well, why is that?
Okay, y'all, that confirmed what I said too about even, this case with Romika. The family does get information first, okay, before, because that's when, ChatGPT, we went through the whole process of what is expected at the latter part of this thing. Information goes to the family first before it is released to the public. Now, he's saying in this particular case that she had information. She was privy to certain information. However, this is where it upsets me. She did not want certain things to be released to the public. The public was keeping the name out there. Okay. The public was fighting and doing these things. So she didn't want them to know, well, this is what it is, because once you find out the truth and things are everything like this is dotted on a dotted line, people gonna move on. Okay. But that time when all of this is going on, people sending money, helping the family, you get this, you get that. I'm telling you, it was strategic in my opinion. Even y'all with the lady, and no shade against this lady that just got, jumped by the kids in Chicago, right? And some people had said that they were getting her house, a car, things like that. Okay, now, I don't know what's going on because she's saying she didn't receive it. Someone had even put it out there about Oprah giving her $1 million. She's saying she didn't receive it. But what she is receiving, because see, what I don't want to be like, she's not getting help, okay? What she is receiving, and hey, it's a blessing, right? People are sending her cash apps. Now, she also has a GoFundMe that the goal increased, okay? It started off at one level, then it increased to another level. She is almost at this goal amount. I believe right now she's probably now over $39,000 in. Okay, the goal is $45,000. Now, don't act like people aren't helping during your time of need. Yes, I don't know what happened with the house thing. Maybe they, are getting the house and just haven't moved her into it. But certain things are kept going while the attention is on it. And there are certain benefits that come with that. So not to say, if people want to do it, that's their money. It's out of the kindness of their hearts. They want to support. Nothing wrong with that. However, don't discount, okay, or don't try to be shady and cover up certain things because it's benefiting you now. And then later on, people have to go back and look and be like, man, what? So you knew all along? Then that makes people upset and they question your integrity. Okay? People will question your integrity when you do things like that. She said, Deanne, I was really invested with this story and Teresa was moving strangely. Wow. Hi, Michelle. She said, I drove from Ohio to participate in the march and protest. Had the pleasure of meeting Jed, Tori, Lamont, Teresa. They were going hard for justice, I must admit. I think you're going to put the rest of it. Let's see, Aisha. Good morning. She said, this girl mama ain't crashing out about her daughter. She is crashing out about a man who left her. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Teresa paid off those people that was involved with Kenneka's demise. And I'm curious to know, Queen Shailene, why? I'm still, that part I'm missing. What was the purpose in all of this? Okay, shout out to Truth in the City for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, enjoy your day. Thank you so much, and same to you. I really appreciate that. And thank you for being a sponsor for today. Brandy, not all mothers truly love their children. Most time parents are the first to harm their children. Ooh, in some cases, okay. I mean, that's just something, to chew on, y'all. Not everyone has the right motives in certain things. And if she paid off people, I question what was the whole point of doing this and having a hand in something with your daughter. I'm missing something. If that's, this is all alleged.
So then I called the person. They said, that's not true. We're fighting to it to be in the public. Don't play with me. So I have been in enough court cases and I've settled enough cases to know that when you sign a document, you're intentionally telling people it's resolved. I don't need to say or want to say anything. Ain't nobody making you do that. Ain't nobody giving you millions of dollars, making you take it. No amount of money will make me shut up if I don't feel that I have the answers I need for what I care about. Because there ain't no exchange for what my heart is heavy about. Everybody grieve differently. I get it. But you can stop that lie right now. And the reason why is because I know some of the people who was involved with some of the proceedings. And I ain't never lied. Now, the next thing I'm going to say, because I'm trying my best not to go there. Trying my best not to go there. Jesus help me out. We gave to this woman unrelentingly. We gave. And the biggest thing that I told her was that at this point, you can't be okay with hurting other people's kids. Talking about you want to be relieved from the hurt of yours. A lot of stuff that came forward, I didn't know at that time how to do what I know how to do now. But Teresa, stop acting like you don't know. Because if I know, you know. As a matter of fact, you know more. You know more.
Thank you so much, Carla. We welcome you.
And what I'm going to say right now is that I am done with hurting from this case. It's not going to happen to me anymore. And that part is wrong. And I'm not saying stuff because it's your responsibility to tell. Ain't no amount of money and no amount of attention going to replace a dark soul or a wicked heart. And for you to sit there and act like, and I want you to understand that I could have sued your ass a long time ago for defamation. We were able to quantify the effect that it had on my life. The statute of limitations is over. You get the pass that I can't sue you because I keep talking and playing with my name, because I'm going to talk too. And I'm going to say this to you. You don't want me to do that. I want you to tell what you want to tell when you want to tell it and how you want to tell it. But what you're not going to do is tell lies on me. The lies are detected and you the liar. And all I did was ask you if you wanted to get this done. I ain't even asked you about that because God had already vindicated me from it. I ain't worried about it, but you won't get to repeat it. And I look the other way because you're supposed to be some grieving mother. You get the fuck out of here. And I meant that with a capital F. Give me a second.
Wow, Suburban Girl, that is crazy work. Okay, wow. Now I'm gonna stop this video here. He was speaking some facts, and my thing is also, I don't know if I could be involved in something and know the truth and still withhold it, whether she wants to release or not. When it comes to somebody's life and so many people were invested in it, I mean, if he knows, like, hey, either you're gonna put it out or not. At this point, I mean, you can't sue her. What's she gonna do to you? I mean, you just said the statute of limitations are up. So hey, that's all I'm wondering. Go ahead, let's get it. We want to know the truth. That's all. All right. So now, y'all, let me pull this up because I'm like, what is she talking about? These people doing the most. Okay, so this was this morning. Okay, she said this was 16 minutes ago. She said, here y'all go. Hey, yeah, I think they want me to tell y'all. I don't know who they is. They want me to tell y'all about how you're blowing up my Cash App requesting money. But remember when I didn't have no money, I put my life out here. I don't owe y'all squat. I gave y'all Kenneka. How much cash y'all made off us today already? Okay, so then what in the world going on? Baby, these people, and she just screenshotted it. People sending her Cash App requests, child, on behalf of the content creators. Wait a minute. On behalf of the content creators, they want their money back from her. Okay. These people said, give us our money. Okay, so let me read a couple of them. Somebody requested $50 for the love. Someone said just donate to me, please. Someone said I'm hungry. Help, please. Someone said for trade. For trade, they want some money for trade. I don't know which trade they talking about. Y'all, these people are sending her Cash App requests. Okay, trying to get money from her. For the medicine. Somebody trying to get their medicine. Okay, they say they want some money back. That you got this settlement. And they not trying to give. They trying to get back from you. Okay, then she's throwing some shade out to somebody. She said, can y'all please stop typing these long paragraphs and put some short ones? My eyes are starting to hurt. Clock it. I told y'all, like, I sense the pettiness. Like, you come out here with all of this, and it sparked this whole thing about Kenneka again. But then if you go through her page, you can sense a lot of pettiness. Petty posts, throwing shade. I don't know who all she's throwing shade at. Okay. Let's see. Shade. Facts. We don't move like that. Right. Okay, girl. What in the world? Yeah, she said she gave them Kenneka. Those were her words. Now, what do you mean by that? Andrea said from the looks of her mother, she may have been jealous of Kenneka since mom had a problem with keeping a man. Maybe they were attracted to her daughter. And you know what, Andrea, sad to say, but sometimes that does happen. Okay, she is crashing bad. Trey gang, maybe. Trying to request some money. Oh my goodness, y'all. This thing is getting messy and nasty. Okay, it's getting nasty. Yeah, it's getting nasty. And I know Jedediah, he did 2 parts on his YouTube channel, kind of talking about some things. But he hasn't gone into like full details about anything yet. Hey, Latte, good morning, sis. So I'll keep watching that, but I don't want to overwhelm y'all with just too much. I want to kind of provide and lay out a foundation, and then we're going to continue to follow our Romika Meeks case. For those of you who do not know that case, make sure you tap into some of the videos and things that I've done so far. But it also is a case out of Chicago. Okay, dealing with the same police department, dealing with the same state's attorney's office. Okay, a lot of things were not done properly, even at the crime scene. So just like how things were taking place with Kenneka, it's almost mirroring the same thing with Justice for Romika, y'all. I mean, some of the things are so like, it's eerie, the similarities in some things that I'm noticing, just the little research that I started doing yesterday. Carla said the last man she had did try to get at Kenneka. That's why Kenneka always carried a knife in her house. Wow. That is sad. And see, sometimes some of these moms, y'all, they prefer men over the children. It's sad. They'll believe the man over the child. They'll keep that man knowing he may be trying to touch the child and stuff like that, just to have a piece of man. Like, really? If you go through a Facebook post, you can clearly see this is all about a man. And that's crazy work, because you just received that settlement 2 years ago. Okay. And so now you want to pop up and talk about you might be going back to court because you breaking the gag order and things like that. But then over the course of these days since she did the post, what has she revealed? Nothing. She hasn't said nothing. So to me, you're still playing games, in my opinion. Okay, what did you reveal? You just opened up again old wounds that were healing. And to me, Pandora's box. Because although it may be, like some of y'all may say it's about a man, guess what? This may be when the truth actually does come out. Okay? when the truth that everyone has been waiting to hear 8 years later will finally come out. Let them keep playing. And if you listen to people carefully, we just heard one confession in the Romika sector, okay, from one of Carlos's boys. He said he was there recording. Now, some people believe it and some people don't. I still feel that he casually said that and it was a slip up. And I don't think he even realized that he said that, because the reason I feel like he wasn't purposely trying to say that, he said that he's had a video and we questioned that, but he's never put himself there at the scene. And that in itself would not be a good idea to do that, because it would even point towards more so that this could have been a setup. So I don't think that was really meant to get out. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, now I know people have their different views on that, but I think that that slipped out. That he was possibly there that day. Why you there? You don't have a child that goes there. Okay, to that school, went in the area. Why you there? How did you know about it? So it opens up other questions. Yes, it's messed up that these ladies lost their life. I hope they get closure. Me too. Me too, Brittany. I watched so many videos and lives on KJ. Been watching for 8 years. And someone was telling me the other day that there's a Tubi movie out too on her life. So I need to look at that. Yeah, she needs justice. I agree. I agree. And even for these three ladies, three of them, if you think about it, justice for Romika, justice for Shanquella, and justice for Kenneka. Okay? Three beautiful ladies that lost their lives. And it was so much of a cover up, y'all. So much of a cover up in all three. I believe all three of these situations where the truth was not immediately put out. And I also say that the authorities did not properly do what they were supposed to do in these cases. Yes, Tay-Bang, I have to find it myself. Yes. So continue to make sure you hit the like button. That is for free. Continue to follow for more updates in this case. And like I said, y'all, I'm going to just kind of surface level go into some things, because a lot of people have already done a lot of the footwork delving deep into this. And from the point where we are, okay, because now if you think about it, hey, take the Band-Aid off. Hey, some stuff hadn't fully closed. So let's see what comes out, okay, in this time around. Will the truth come out? And then also with Romika, we're continuing to seek justice for her. We're at the final kind of stage of that to see what will happen. Will there be a charge in this case or not? Where do we go from here? You know, so that's the part we are in Romika's case. Yes, Romika's case is now worldwide. A lot of people are following that case too. She will not get paid this time unless she tells the truth. Okay. I watched her live replay about what Q said. He recorded it, but what would be the reason for him being there? Aisha, that's why I'm saying that. Then that opens up those questions. Okay. That's why I don't think he meant to say that. It slipped out because it opens up a whole other thing of why were you really there? Okay. That this would have had to have been premeditated and planned if he puts himself at the scene. Anyone can say all day that they have a record. That doesn't mean that they were there. It's different when you said something that could possibly incriminate you and put you at the scene. That's something totally different. Hi, Tanya. She said, good morning, open book and chat. I was looking at some of Zach TV old videos, and this case is very interesting. Yes, Tanya, I was too last night. And y'all, what's so... Oh my gosh, because I think I'm going to show one of those tomorrow when we do our live. Oh, tonight, y'all, I think we're going to do our Thanksgiving service live with Pastor John Hanna's church tonight. So tap in for that. But Y'all, someone had mentioned to look up Zach TV's videos, right? Why was the first video I saw of his was the one with him in the car? And this lady had called him and was talking to him. He didn't know who she was and how she had gotten his phone number and was telling him to stop covering the case. I was like, why was this the first video? And then I watched it at nighttime. So he was looking all around. He said, now this is scaring me. I was like, wow, y'all. And that man actually did end up losing his life. Now, based off of, the content that he covered, it wasn't just Kenneka Jenkins' case, right? So I don't know if it was directly associated with it, because they did eventually find the guys, on surveillance. Now, no one had been arrested, though. They haven't been prosecuted and arrested, but I'm just trying to figure out what would be their interest in it, because they were also some gang members and so forth. He was just at a concert prior to that with, some gangs were getting into it. So I don't know. It just was the timing of it would have definitely made it look like a direct threat because he was covering the story. So, hey, even that is a whole little rabbit hole on his death. Open book, absolutely. I've seen it in my own family. I have a cousin who put men before her daughters. They're adults now, and they don't have a good relationship with my cousin. Right, because they sensed that. They knew growing up that she would choose the man. That is so sad. I don't think so either. Her money train is over. Thank you, Latte. And who was the woman with the glove on? Something about it doesn't look right. I don't know. I still don't know that either. That's messed up how he lost his life. Exactly. That lady people thought was Teresa, but it wasn't. I can't remember her name. I have a question. Was Zach TV's on the line? They were saying it was, but I don't think. I mean, I don't. Unless some of you who have really been deep into it, I'm not sure if it was directly related to her case, because he also, y'all, was like, he would go into the gang territories, okay, and cover stories and do interviews. So he was in some dangerous territory. They said that he carried a gun. He said you always have to be prepared. And even when he was shot driving down the street, they shot into his car. He had two other people in the vehicle with him. And when they shot into his car, one of the bullets had grazed, went by his ear, they said, and lodged into his brain. Then he had another bullet that hit him. Well, when they found him, and when that happened, his car ran into a light pole. When they found him, his gun was loaded, but he didn't get a chance to get a shot off. He was at his foot. They said they found the gun at his foot on the floor. And then one of the guys took off running that was in the car with him. But the ironic part of it is the two people who were in the car with him actually are dead too at different points of time. They are gone. One was a rapper, and he has spoke up, about, the situation, him being in the car and stuff like that. They found out who some of the guys were. One of the guys said, I didn't pull the trigger. And then the state said they didn't prosecute because they didn't have sufficient evidence. Same with Holly. At the beginning of this, although it's an ongoing investigation, one reason they let her out of jail, and this is the same people, they said, oh, it's not sufficient evidence. Okay, same stuff, same story. It's so sad, y'all. It really is. Like, who actually goes to jail in Chicago? Like, who do they actually put in jail? If you're not putting people in jail that's committing murders, who are you putting in jail? You can pretty much get away with everything, it seems like, in Chicago. This is sad. Good morning, Sisters of Sagacity. Welcome. She said, this story was so scary to me. I'm so glad they are opening it back up. I don't know how open it's going to be. I think people like, who do we want to touch this or what? I followed along with this guy named Chosen. He was close to solving the case until he started getting death threats. See, that's what it looks like, Shailene. Like, even with Jedediah, he was just saying that when it came close to the truth coming out, even her mom told him to stop, like stop, just stop all of it. They started getting death threats, so some stuff was coming out, but they didn't want the full truth to get out. But you know, he always did content with other people in Chicago, so we never know. Right, right. We never know. I don't think it was fully, finalized that, oh, this was directly connected to Kenneka's case. They said Zach got unalive because of his friends T Streets. Yes, justice for Kenneka. Tebe, okay. Thanks for that info. I often wondered about that. Right. Do you think her mom sacrificed her? That's what it appears to. She just said in her post today that she gave them Kenneka. That sounds so, ooh, y'all. That sounds horrible. I'm going to be honest. That sounds horrible to say as a mother. Wow. That's what they were saying. Hey, it's Tay. Good morning, sis. Thank you for joining. I don't believe it was related, but he was close to solving it. Yes, that's what I'm thinking too, Tanya. I didn't believe that Zach was warned by Teresa allegedly to leave the case alone and back off. Teresa knows what she did. Wow. Well, the other lady that was covering that story came up unalive too. Really? Oh, wow. Yes, I put them down, Carla. Can't they find out who's calling Teresa's people's phone with getting death threats? Yeah, they should be able to, but depending on who's all involved. And oh, y'all, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save this comment for when I show you that video. It's something that lady said to him that really made my mouth drop. That I could even, I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say too much right now. I thought it was Teresa too until I found out the truth. Well, who was it, Carla? Y'all, if you would like to support the channel, there are various ways that you can support. You are welcome to send a super sticker, a super chat. My Cash App is scrolling on the screen. And also, you can buy coffee, and that link is in the description field of this video for those of you who would like to just be of a blessing today. And I want to give a special shout out to Truth in the City and Talks with Tabby, to those ladies for being a blessing on today and sponsoring this live. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. I'm glad I did come live. See, y'all, I wanted to come live earlier today because I didn't want to feel rushed because we had some things to cover. If you came in late, y'all, I showed like an overview video in the beginning that was really good. That was part one. And so that was from All Viral Access Media. And they did a really great job with that video. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, Carla. Yeah, she has a YouTube channel and she was showing a bunch of stuff pertaining to that hotel. Oh, is that hotel still open? Wow, that's messed up to say she knew what happened to her daughter and waiting until now to say she wants justice for her daughter. Right, Brittany? That part. That is messed up. Let's see. I haven't watched Straight Drop in a long time. I'm gonna have to go catch up. Okay. It is. Wow. I did not know it was still open. Oh. That's interesting, y'all. Wow. I don't know. The timing of all of this is so weird. And I mean, even the timing, if you think about it, it's almost 2 years to the date for since she received the settlement. And it just hit the 8-year anniversary a day after Romika was unalived. Can y'all believe that? I just cannot believe that. How close that was as far as dates. It really is, Tay. It makes it hard for me to support her knowing this. Right. Teresa comes out every now and then saying, yep, because that's what I was showing earlier. She did a post in 2020. But I believe that goes back to her conscience. Okay. It's eating her up. That's why she sporadically does these posts. Until she does right by Kenneka, I feel that she's going to continue to get that. She's going to continue to slowly put stuff out there, say stuff every now and then, because it's eating her up. There's no way you could do that and it not eat you up. It's very corrupt here in Chicago. They solve cases they choose to solve. See, Chicago has been corrupt since Mayor Daley days. Wow, I can tell. It's too much proof about Teresa. Also, she be telling on herself. Okay. Yes, both deaths, Brittany, in September. Romika September 8th and Kenneka September 9th/10th. I mean, you think about it because it was late on the night over into the early morning. The difference is Romika's case is being handled by CPD and Kenneka's case was handled by Rosemont PD. Oh, got you. Okay. So those are two. Thank you for clarifying that, Barbara. So, well, to me, they both still suck. They still got the same state attorney, people. But thank you for clarifying that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Man, I mean, Kenneka and Romika were both unalive. No, when I looked it up on that camera, it was on September 9th. On the camera footage, when she was walking around, it had September 9th. So it was like a day apart. Wow. Well, we shall see, y'all. We're going to continue to pray for justice for these ladies. I hope everyone, yes, Brandy, thank you. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Of course, I'll be live, leading up to that. But some of you, I know some of y'all get to busy cooking and traveling. So if this is your last live before Thanksgiving with me, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving with your families. But I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I'm traveling, of course, but open book is still open. Okay. So make sure you set your notifications. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not, it is for free. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Deanne said not everyone has a conscience at all because if they did, they wouldn't do the things they do. The Most High put spirit in us for a reason, but not a lot of us listen to it. Ooh. That's a good one. Okay, right. It's Thanksgiving is every day. Come on now. You better say it, Carla. The same family runs everything in Rosemont Hotel, police, government. Oh, see, Barbara, that's what we were saying earlier. I'm glad that you brought that up. Okay, that's a good point. Barbara, you be no. Oh my goodness. Happy early birthday, Aisha. Now you're gonna have to come back so I can sing happy birthday to you. I do a little special birthday songs for my supporters on their birthday. Okay. She said I have to work on Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm sorry, Brittany. I hope you at least get off early. Okay. Facts on top of facts. That's horrible. Nothing good will come to her. Same to you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Right, Deanne, that's a whole word. T. Smith said if she felt her best option was to take the money, I pass no judgment about that. She shouldn't keep coming to the internet, though. Now, that's a good point. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, if that was the best option, if it was her getting that and her life being spared, I get it. But like you said, some stuff just doesn't sit well with us, and then you continuing to pop out, pop in. Just go ahead and put the truth out. If you're gonna do that, just put the truth out. Oh, you're volunteering to work. Got you. Okay, I was about to say, oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, but that's extra money though. Overtime pay. Okay, or holiday pay. Will you be coming back? Oh, yes, Carla. Yes, definitely. This was just part one for me. Okay. I like to break it up, and say like connect things and so forth. Yes, definitely. Now that the mama that opened up this whole Pandora's box, maybe this will be the time when the truth starts coming out. I'm already cooking because we are having Thanksgiving tomorrow because my grandson has to work on Thanksgiving. Okay. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Yes, thank y'all so much. My son, Micah Man from the Mabry crew, he has something he wants to say.
So I wanted to say this for all y'all. So I was gonna have another summer movie's gonna be about SpongeBob and me, and it has 3 and 4, and also it's gonna be on the theaters coming soon.
Hold on, man. Carla, no, I haven't. I didn't really get into that one. I kind of followed it from a distance, but I didn't really get deep into that one. Right, exactly, Aisha. Okay, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Okay,
And
come on. You have to get off.
it's
What you got
coming
to tell
to
me?
theaters soon, and it's gonna have plushies that light up in the dark.
Oh, okay. My man, he be talking about in the future, having his own movies and things like that. He is about to have a book coming out. So when we get the details, we'll share that with you all. He is 8 years old. Him and my daughter, they have a channel, the Mabry Crew, and they do different little fun things on there and so forth. So we got to start back posting on their channel also because it's been a little minute. But thank you so much, Tate. He loves to close. Some of y'all been following me. Y'all know him. He loves to close, y'all. He have a whole fit. If I don't let him talk when he's here. Most of the time he's at school, but they're out. So I was like, come on. Thank you, Carla. Yes. So I'm excited for them. I try to keep them out there. I'm like, look, we're going to be like the Smiths. Okay. Everybody in the household need a stream of income. Okay. Little Miss Shirley, she out here making all the money. She got kids' meals, attire, all kind of merch, dancing everywhere. I told my daughter, girl, you know how to dance and stuff too. we need your video to go viral, child. Miss Shirley say it's a season. She got all kind of stuff going for her. I love it. Let's see. There was a barber involved. That's not you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you mean involved like fighting for justice? Yeah, I love Miss Shirley. I did a little video too, y'all. If y'all want to watch that, about her new kids meals coming out. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Ebony Rose. Oh, was that you? Wait, Barbara. So, wait a minute. That was you like helping with what did you do? What was your part in it? I knew Shailene wasn't being funny, but I was like, Barbara is a common name. So I didn't really think so. But she said, okay. Now, what was your part in it? That's interesting. Okay, she said I think her name was Barbara Green. They said it was her daughter in the casket. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm getting it confused. Child, let me mind my business. Okay. Let me mind my business. Y'all talking. Look, I was like, wait, Barbara was at the protest and stuff. Okay, so it wasn't her. Okay, girl, tell me something, Barbara. I was like, wait, okay, what you mean in it? This is why they said you need to mind your business, So I'm gonna mind my business, okay? But y'all, I love y'all. I pray that everyone has a terrific Tuesday on today. Thank you so. Okay, Brittany said she thought it too. Right. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh, girl, look, I'm gonna just mind my business. I love you all. Thank y'all so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you tap in this evening for that special service. If you are in the kitchen cooking, just want to chill and relax and hear a word from the Lord, hey, you're welcome back. Thank y'all so much. And y'all have a wonderful Tuesday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.